Let me tell you about ProHealthConnect.com. It's transforming healthcare payments, providing retailers a seamless process for over-the-counter and healthy benefit programs. By connecting retailers, health plans, and payment processors, ProHealth Connect creates one powerful, unified network. They empower independent grocers and pharmacies to accept health benefit cards without changing how they do business. With over 10,000 locations nationwide, helping more than 1.3 million people access the care and nutrition they need. Go to ProHealthConnect.com.
Excuse me! Taxi!
Come on, what are you doing? This is the 77 WABC minicast.
And joining us now here on Cats and Cosby for the latest, of course, a lot of big breaking news coming out of Iran is Shar Pourdanesh, and he is the first Iranian to play in the NFL, and boy, did he ever. What a superstar. He played on the Redskins, he played on the Steelers, and he played on the Raiders. And he joins us now here on the show. Shar, it's a real honor to have you here, and let's get right to it with this breaking news about this fighter jet, this U.S. fighter jet that went down in southwestern Iran. You know that area. Tell us about it.
Well, thank you so much for having me again. It's an honor to be here, and I don't know about the superstar part, but thank you very much. Unfortunately, the F-15 being shot down over the Khuzestan province, which is in the southwestern Iran. You know, it's obviously the oil-rich Khuzestan province. It's a flat area. It's near the Persian Gulf. It's actually, if people want to have some kind of reference, it's the area where the Iran-Iraq war was. The war was mostly fought in that area. So it's a flat farmland area and oil rich and very close to the Persian Gulf.
Is that an area where you would say the people are sympathetic and friendly and grateful to America for coming in? Or are there a lot of IRGC, some of this are Iranian Revolutionary Guard forces? Like, sort of give us a sense of maybe the allegiances in that area.
Well, I would say yes and yes, Rita, because first of all, anywhere in Iran, you're going to have 90% of the people supporting the U.S. effort, because we know as Iranians, we know that U.S. and Israel are there to help us free our country. But the second part that you mentioned, the IRGC movement in there is very heavy, because they have a lot of proxies in Iraq. And the one thing that Iran has still kept a focus on is on its proxies, which is crazy to me that how they still have the capability of formulating plans for the proxies. And I've seen videos coming out of Iran of convoys of Iranian proxies coming out of Iraq to try to suppress the population, because the Iranian military has basically stopped killing its own people. So the IRGC is relying on foreign actors coming in. So it's yes and yes. The population, to answer you, yes, the population is going to be pro-America, but the IRGC is not.
Give us a sense of how everybody's doing there in Iran and what they think is happening now. We just heard, of course, from President Trump this week, and he says he thinks the war is going to go another maybe 2-3 weeks. How are the people feeling on the ground? I'm sure they just look up to you so much. I know you have friends and family and others there. What's your sense of the mood in Iran, and are they waiting for the moment to get the go-ahead from President Trump to say, come on out, to take back your country?
Absolutely, Rita. And what's funny is when I first heard this, it kind of shocked me, but then the more I thought about it, I'm like, it makes sense. The word out of Iran is, and I've heard it from my family members, when they don't hear bombs being dropped, that's when the people are getting nervous, because they're saying, oh my God, did the U.S. abandon us? Did Israel abandon us? They're happy when explosions are happening, because the explosions basically shows them that the U.S. is still on their side, that we're still trying to help them. So they're getting nervous when the bombs are stopping. So the biggest fear out of Iran right now is that for some reason the U.S. is gonna leave this halfway and kind of pull out, because that would be an absolute nightmare for them. The Iranian military, the IRGC, for that matter, has gone on live TV and said, just wait, when this is over, every single one of you that has been out there protesting, we're coming after you. Like, I've seen this. I've seen this out of Iranian TV. They've said this.
Wow. Do you get the sense that individuals are getting armed somehow, or at least ready for the moment, that hopefully they can take back, and hopefully there's enough damage and they're teed up enough to be able to really get control back of their country? I'm referring to the great people, the brave citizens.
Well, here's why another reason why you should believe in the Second Amendment, because if there was such a thing as a Second Amendment in Iran, 100,000 people wouldn't have been slaughtered, because then the people would have had a chance to fight back. Because, and going back with U.S. Constitution, the Second Amendment wasn't to give us the right to go hunt. It was the right to fight against a tyrannical government. And if Iran had a Second Amendment, the Iranian people would have been able to fend for themselves. Now, to answer your question more directly, I know in the periphery, like in Kurdistan and Khuzestan and Azerbaijan, people, there has been some smuggling of guns into the populace, but in terms of the centers like Isfahan and Tehran, I'm not so sure about.
What's the sentiment about President Trump? I know that you're appreciative as an Iranian American, and Shar, obviously, well regarded in the football community and the American and the Iranian people community too. But what's the sentiment about President Trump? Are they grateful? Because, you heard this week President Trump recounting how other presidents talked, never did anything. He had the guts to do it.
Absolutely, Rita. There's been people have literally printed out President Trump's street signs, and they've been posting it over Ayatollah Khomeini signs in the streets of Tehran at great risk to themselves. Imagine if they get caught posting those street signs up. The Iranian people were very grateful. Listen, I became a Republican when I was a teenager because of Ronald Reagan, and I thought, a reason being because of the way he spoke about this regime, and he had the foresight to let us know that this regime was a bad one. And unfortunately, nobody has done anything about it, Republican or Democrat, until President Trump. I'm telling you right now, the 3 million or so Iranian people in the U.S., it's going to be one huge voting bloc for President Trump and people that he supports in the next few elections. I can tell you that right now. We're extremely grateful to America. This is why we love America. This is why we believe America is the greatest country on earth, because America, in its short history of 250 years, has always stood on the right side of history. Now, we've made a lot of mistakes. We haven't been perfect, but for the most part, our intent has always been good. And this is an extreme example of America sacrificing for the greater good and for people that can't defend themselves. So God bless President Trump. God bless America and all the people that have been supporting the Iranian people.
Well, and God bless Iran, and let's pray that freedom comes there soon. Shar Pourdanesh, a great NFL player, the first Iranian to play in the NFL, and obviously someone who loves Iran and loves America. It's really great to have you here on the show. Thank you so much, Shar. You got to come back on again soon.
I would love to. Thank you so much. For those people out there, please pray for my country, for my countrymen in Iran, because they need it. They need it now more than ever. And thank you so much, Rita, for giving me this platform to speak on behalf of my people. Absolutely. You're in our prayers. Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is Greg Kelly. Donate now to Toys for Tots, which works year-round. Go to toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots supports children in need throughout the year with programs like the Toys for Tots Literacy Program. Established in 2008, it has provided over 63 million books to disadvantaged children. The Toys for Tots Literacy Program is committed to providing disadvantaged children with direct access to books and educational resources that enhance their ability to read and communicate effectively. Go to toysfortots.org.